Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Great Western Shootout here at Abington-Avon High School in Abington, Illinois. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, bringing you all 8 games today. I'm Dwayne Hulett. The guy beside me was going to go home after 4 games. The last one was so much fun, he's going to stick around and watch the start of this one at least, too. Wyatt Reed's alongside. Wyatt, you had some pretty good basketball this morning, and had games, players of the game, and some scores. We didn't go over those in the last game. Let's take a chance to go over them now.
Yeah, let's go over that here today. It's been a great day of basketball so far. Of course, getting ready for this one between Manual and the folks at West Hancock. So, game 1 started off 9 a.m. this morning, early start, but we got Canton had very quick work of Knoxville, 70-23. Knoxville's really struggling this year. And you kind of saw that as Canton, Lakin Otto, he only had 12 points. Logan Nichols actually led the team in scoring off the bench, but Lakin kind of doing a little bit more in that game as he finished as the MVP in game number 1. Game number 2 was special. We just saw special output, and we'll talk more about that here in just a second. But Farmington got the win over Southeastern. That was a close game until the fourth quarter, but Farmington ended up getting the win 66-52. Jack Gronwald, he had 14 points at the half, didn't score in the third quarter, scored 16 points in just the fourth quarter alone. He finished with 30 points here today. And then Illini Bluffs wins a close one against the Steamers of Fulton, 55-47. Devin White had 25 in that one for Illini Bluffs. They moved to 8-1. They're playing some good basketball right now. And then Macomb hitting pretty much every 3 that they took, it felt like, at a certain point, as they beat Scales Mound 61-37. Malachi Conley, I didn't have the point total. I think he only had like 10 points in that game, but he was the facilitator in that game, and he was named the MVP in game number 4.
I forgot I turned myself down. Game number 5 just got over with. It was Rock Ridge 67, Peoria Notre Dame 44. Let me give a shout-out to Ronnie Spinks. The sophomore off the bench led the scoring for Peoria Notre Dame with 15 points. But the player of the game, there is no doubt about it in this one, folks. It was Caleb Kuniko. He had a school record 9 threes. He finished with 30 points. His free throws, folks, came on a foul on a three-point attempt, and he made all 3 free throws.
Yeah, it was kind of a frustration foul maybe for Peoria Notre Dame, but it was a great out. I mean, and he got started really early. What did he hit, like 4 or 5 in the first quarter?
4 in the first quarter, 6 in the first half.
A ridiculous ball game there. So to see him get 30, he may have rushed it a little bit. He might have put up more if he wasn't rushing the shots.
He had 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and they knew he was 1 short of the record, and he started lofting them, just maybe ill-advised shots in the fourth quarter. Finally sat down for a little bit. A little Bobby Knight, butt to bench, or bench to butt to brain, brains to self, and he came out and hit a triple.
He did, and it was special. You know, everybody in the stands knew it. The Rock Ridge folks, the Rock Ridge media guys are sitting here off to our left, and they knew it as well. So it was a great day to see that, and the fact that's only game number 5, we get 2 ranked teams in the state of Illinois in their classes. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight. I'm excited. That's why you talked me into sticking around at least for a little while here as we got this one about ready to get underway.
Peoria Manual ranked number 1 in Class 2A in the state of Illinois, and the number 8 ranked West Hancock Titans. You're watching LJ Insurance coverage of Titan Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Cole Morgan Trucking has free throws for the Titans. And State Bank of Nauvoo has the 3-pointers for the Titans as we get ready to go with the starting lineups here today for these 2 teams. And anytime mid-season you can get 1 and 8 playing each other. They had 1 and 2 in Pecatonica and Eastland playing today, and I think 1A basketball today also. So there's a lot of great basketball going on in the state, but this is going to be a fun one.
It is going to be a fun one, and when you can get 2 of the ranked teams to come to the same, classic, the Great Western Shootout, I've called it many times one of the great shootouts that the state of Illinois has to offer, and you know that because of who is able to come here. And we get to see ranked teams do battle here today, and boy, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, that is for sure. And we'll talk to you about the starting lineups for the two teams in just a second.
I saw West Hancock. One thing I will say, I saw West Hancock earlier this year against A-Town, and they kind of made some quick work of that, but it was a great team effort. You look at their roster, you see a kid who's 6'9", you think he's going to get a bunch of the workload. That's not the case. West Hancock distributes the ball around. They play good team basketball. It's not just one guy. That's why this team is very, very strong. And, they're going to have, Manual's going to have their hands full here against a very talented West Hancock team.
So starting for West Hancock, number 2 is out there, Jordan Crawley. Number 5, Lewis Siegfried. Number 11, Hunter Froman. Number 15, Nolan Gooden. And number 22, Cooper Knowles. Kevin Grotehouse not out there. Starting for Peoria Manual, it's Reginald Postlethwaite, Dietrich Richardson, and that ball is going to go to Manual on the tip. So West Hancock will have the next jump ball possession as we are underway. And this one just has a quicker, different feel to it already.
Well, and what was it we talked about as we were getting ready for this game? As that ball.
Lata's 3 is blocked, but he gets his own rebound. It's blocked again, and it goes out of bounds.
Wow.
How does that go off Lata when there was 4 black jerseys around him?
I have no clue.
But West Hancock will take it.
But you and I were talking as we were getting ready for this game. There is on both rosters, between the both rosters, there's only 4 guys.
Siegfried 3, right corner, and off, no good.
Only 4 guys under 6 feet tall. This is going to be a fun one here today.
That rebound for Manual. There's a shot up and in, taking it to the rack in a big way. Postlethwaite gets the bucket, his first.
Took it right to Cooper Knowles right there. 6'9", the junior. Took it right at him.
Nearly a turnover. Now Knowles is going to lose it out of bounds. It'll go back to Manual. Subs coming in. Lata takes a seat. Checking in is number 14, Jaquan Brown. 7:01 to go. It's 2-0 Manual here early in this one. Still first quarter. A long 2 is good by Richardson.
6'7", the senior. What can you do right there? He just steps back. Had that Dirk Nowitzki type shot.
Siegfried for 3, top of the key. It's in and out, no good. Knowles is tipping it around, still tipping it, finally comes down with it. That's a definition of a tip drill right there. Into the corner it goes. West Hancock comes up with it. Hunter Froman has it. And a foul's going to be called. First one of the game is going to be called on the Rams. It's on number 14. That's Jaquan Brown. His first, team's first. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. That goes for the Rams or the Titans. There's a drive up, hard off the glass, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds off Manual. It was Nolan Gooding who went to the rack and couldn't get it to fall.
Like you said, though, as we started this game, this just feels different. These teams are flying up and down the floor.
Ball gets inbounded into Crowley. Crowley backs it out, resets the 5-second. Crowley going to look, dumps it off to a cutting Froman who can't finish, and it's going to go back the other way. Near side is Pace, Terrence Pace. He's going to drive and get fouled. He'll be at the free throw line for the first free throws. Foul's going to be on number 15, Nolan Gooding. That's his first, team's first. And as I said, Terrence Pace. Make sure I have that right before I say that again. Can't read my own writing. Page, not Pace. He makes the first.
Another tip drill right there. Off the missed free throw, and Manual getting an extra possession. Rebounding is going to be obviously very key in this one here when you're dealing with two teams of such size.
Down low, That's going to be a foul on Siegfried, I do believe. A nice pass in from number 14, Brown, to number 22. That's Joshua Humbles. And a foul is on Siegfried. It's his first, team's second, but both of them have been free throw opportunities for Manuel. The first one coming here for Humbles. It's good. So they've hit the front end of both opportunities.
Excuse me.
5:29 left here in quarter number one. It's 6-0. Knowles with the rebound on another miss, so they're 50% from the free throw line. And to Siegfried, tipped away. It's off his head. Gathers it back up. Gets it across half court. Crowley has it stolen away. Froman now is trying to beat back Page, and Page loses it, but there to pick it up was Richardson, and Richardson resets the offense for Manuel. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Oh, a little up and under move for Page. Or Richardson, excuse me, number 11. And a timeout on the floor, charged to West Hancock. It's a 30-second timeout, and 8-0 here, less than just over 3 minutes, 3:03 to into the game, and it's 8-0 Manuel, and Manuel's pressure has just got West Hancock all discombobulated.
Yeah, I think West Hancock's only got 2 shots up. Other than that, they've been turning the ball over because of that suffocating defense by the Rams. There's a reason that they're the number 1 team in the state in Class 2A. That defense, that's going to take you places. And this team is very impressive here in the early going.
Yeah, they look fantastic right now, and you have to think Coach Dahl and Coach Cousins and crew on the bench will figure out a way to get some things going, but you can't let Manuel get out, and they're due down in a hurry. It goes to Knowles. Knowles' bank shot off, no good. And it's back the other way in just as much of a hurry. Richardson, a little Euro step and a big block by Knowles. Nope, they're going to count it. It's a goaltend. It was off the board before it was touched.
Yeah.
And they call that a bucket for Richardson. And I think that is a good call. I kind of wondered that when I saw it, but.
Yeah, I tried the LeBron James pin against the backboard. It didn't work.
Siegfried for a Nauvoo State Bank triple, and he hits it. And finally, the Titans are on the scoreboard.
That was a big basket.
Trying to answer from the other end off, no good. Gooding with the rebound.
And the big answer there for West Hancock finally after falling behind 10-0, getting a 3. And they got the stop.
Hunter Froman wanted the 3. He had a 3/4 court buzzer beater earlier in the week.
Really?
There's Gooding with it. And riding him down the lane and picking up the foul, I believe, is going to be Richardson. It is going to be Richardson. That'll be the second foul on Manuel. Neither of theirs, though, have been shooting fouls, so it'll be underneath the basket. Siegfried to inbound for the Titans. Into the corner, Froman for 3. It's good. A Nauvoo State Bank triple for Hunter Froman. And just like that, buckets start to fall, and we have a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's amazing what one good basket will do. It'll get the confidence going. Nice look.
Froman is going to foul Joshua Humbles. He'll have 2 more free throws coming as he kind of hesitated in the air. And all 3 fouls now. That's the first on Hunter Froman. All 3 fouls have been shooting fouls now as Manuel has found their way to the free throw line. They're 50% as of now. And just like his last trip, Humbles makes the first.
We have more fouls in this first quarter than we did in the entire first half of our first game together here, Dwayne.
Yeah, it's
a lot different atmosphere for this one, as the next one's good as well.
Humbles is 3 for 4 now from the free throw line. 3:47 remaining. Skipping it down. Down low, Knowles.
Good ball movement.
Knowles is going to put the shot up. They're going to call a block, and that's because he was moving. Oh, they count the shot?
They counted the shot.
Boy, I didn't think that was going to happen.
I don't think the near side official counted it, but it was the far side official who's making that call right there, came in and said, yeah, count the basket.
24. Page is going to pick up the foul, and that's the first shooting foul. And they call that foul a shooting foul. So the bucket is good, and Cooper Knowles is going to have a chance to complete an old-fashioned three-point play here.
And the Manual folks who are here didn't like that call, but I think a lot of people were just surprised at that call.
Well, I think the call in calling the block was a good call as he makes the bucket. I didn't.
Calling the continuation, though, is something
what,
you usually don't see. Even up to the college game, they don't call continuation.
No, that was really a late shot after what I thought was the foul, but it's a three-point game, 12-9.
Here come the Titans.
Coach Dahl's timeout worked.
My
what
goodness.
ups and throws by Humbles. Now into the lane, and fouled is number 14, Jaquan Brown. Foul's going to be on Gooding. That'll be his second, team's fourth. And still, every foul has been free throws here in the first half for the Titans, as they're shooting 7 and 8 now as the Manual Rams. First one's off, no good. 3 fouls apiece.
Free throw is going to be a big part of this ball game. Whoever makes the most, you feel like is going to have an edge. Manuel's starting to miss a couple here after they were automatic in the early going. Still a 3-point game.
Second one off, no good either. Ball on the floor.
Boy, nice rebound again.
Blocked by Knowles, and it's going to go off of Manuel, out of bounds. Knowles got his finger caught in the net there. Did you see that?
That means you're really, really tall. 6'9", Knowles, a freak of nature.
Oh, trying the alley-oop, and it lifted a little hard. Crowley looking for Knowles, and they had it, but he just threw it up there a little hard. Knowles couldn't get to it in time.
You know how high you have to throw a ball to miss a guy who's 6'9"?
Nice pass. Humbles is going to get the bucket. It's 14-9. Froman's going to have his pass knocked away and saved in bounds by Humbles. Back the other way. Oh, what transition basketball from Manuel. Richardson. Jaquan Brown gets the buckets.
That ball did not spend much time on the ground getting dribbled. Good ball movement by Manuel on that last possession, and then a turnover for the Titans.
Lata back in. Brown takes a seat. So it's Humbles, Page, Lata, Richardson, and Tolliver. Is that number 2 on the far side over there? No, it's number 5. That's Postal Weight. Man, Richardson backs all the way out to the half-court stripe there. He was flirting with the half-court stripe. Oh, nice little fake pass and turnaround jumper for Terrence Page. And it got close, and just like that, Manuel's broken it back open again.
Yeah, a little 6-0 burst as a foul called underneath.
Braden Hurt in the game, number 1. And he's going to draw the foul from Richardson. That'll be the second on Richardson.
Teams will be shooting the rest of the way here in the first quarter.
1:53 left. It's an inbound to Siegfried. Oh, nice little spin move on a baseline, and it's good for Lewis Siegfried.
Great move right there. Getting underneath the basket, getting those close baskets. Titans hanging around here so far.
Yeah, Manuel opened a 10-0 lead, and then the Titans cut it back as low as 3. Now it's back up to 7, and a steal by Cooper Knowles. Picked up, and now Hunter Froman's going to bring it up the floor for the Titans with 1:20 remaining in the first quarter.
He's 6'9". His wingspan's got to be about 7 feet.
Hunter Froman can't get it to fall. Knowles tips it around. It's knocked away from him. It's on the floor. Picked up by Postal Weight, and it goes back the other way. No, that not Postal Weight. That was Tolliver. And then Postal Weight gets called for the travel. Taj Tolliver in the ball game, number 2 for Emmanuel. 1:06 remaining.
We're still in the first quarter, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
First quarter feels like it's longer than the entire first half we did.
Well, we did have a running clock in their defense.
Well,
tipped up and in by Froman as he got the miss and got the bucket as well.
Great concentration right there to tip that one back up and in.
Oh, nice pass to Lata. It's going to go off of going to be manual basketball. Siegfried, J.D. Beal down there, the official. He kind of hesitated to make a visual signal. He was looking down at Siegfried. I couldn't tell if Siegfried was hurt or he thought he was hurt or, oh, get that out of here. As Postal Weight went and Cooper Knowles just playing center field went up and said, no, not today.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a lot more to get around Cooper Knowles and his 6'9" body there.
But I'll tell you what, they've taken it at him, and they have got some buckets to fall. Also in the game is number 33, Amari Breedlove.
8 to shoot. Shot clock.
5 seconds remaining, and they forgot about it. Nobody's helping him out. There I heard a 3, a 2, and there Postal Weight heard it and realized it, but throws up a air ball from the 10-foot line. And that's the thing I think happens more often than not as we're down to 15.2 seconds left here in the first quarter. Is everybody thinks it's going to speed the game up. When it does affect the game, it results in bad shots. And there's a bad pass. Lata, excuse me, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams. It's 18-13, and they'll have 0.8 seconds. It's pretty much I think you can catch and shoot in 0.8. Is that what you're allowed?
Yep.
And he does in a hurry, and it's going to be short. As that was Terrence Page missing that one. But, man, an exciting first quarter, 18-13. The score after the first quarter. You're watching the Great Western Shootout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back here as you see number 1 ranked in the 2A in the state of Illinois, Peoria Manual on your screen right there. The Titans of West Hancock ranked number 8 at my last check, and they are on the other side of an 18-13 score here, Wyatt, and we talked about what we saw in the last game. This game is just a completely different tempo.
Yeah, a little bit slower tempo, but both these teams, they're coming at each other. We saw Manual get out to a 10-0 start. West Hancock took that, and they didn't blink. Right now we got a 5-point game. They get the ball. A bucket, it's a 1-score game.
Yeah, this is contact down low. Knowles is pounding down low. Oh, nice move to the rack. No shot on the floor.
It's funny. They called that first one for, I don't know. Called it on the floor, so I guess.
That's going to be on number 32, Caden Lata.
That was a lot closer than the other one that they called, I feel like.
And a sub coming in. Checking in number 44, who I don't have on my roster. You have 44 on yours? Did I miss it?
For Manual?
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Devin McClendon, maybe?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't see a number 50, so.
I guess that's Devin McClendon. He's a 6'7" guy, I do believe.
Manual's, I hear, has been dealing with a lot of.
And a travel is called on Froman. 7:35 to go in the second quarter. 18-13 to score. That is Tolliver with it, picked up by Hurt. And a travel called on the other end. Melinda Thompson's watching from Golden, Illinois, saying, let's go Titans. After the turnover from Manual, trying to get it in, they do. Going to go up the floor with Hurt on the dribble. Then to Siegfried, down to Crowley. Crowley's going to try and get it out to Knowles, who tips it out to Hurt. Hurt's three is in and out, no good.
You can definitely sense that there's a strong West Hancock crowd here in this one, and they were about to blow the roof off this place.
There's a three trying to answer at the other end. Off, no good. And a foul's going to be called on number 44. Now we'll be able to hear who it is. It is McClendon. It's his first, team second of the quarter.
How about that? We guessed right. A lot of times I do that, and I always guess wrong.
I just went because it was the tallest kid on the floor on their roster.
Makes sense.
And that's going to go, really looked like Tolliver might have traveled with the ball. He fell down and slid across the floor. Back when I played, that was a travel.
Well,
and he threw it off to Humbles, who lost it out of bounds.
You know what they say, ball don't lie.
And they're going to call a hold on Lata, I do believe. White ball underneath?
Black ball underneath now.
Oh.
Okay.
32 white, I was going to say. Lata picks up his second.
I tell you, Manuel
third of the Rams.
Just seems a little rattled here over the last couple of minutes just by how West Hancock has been able to go blow for blow.
Pastor Tom watching from Plymouth saying, let's go Titans. Haven't seen Pastor Tom's name in the live chat for quite a while. Good to have you back, sir. Siegfried nearly has it stolen away. Looking down low, Knowles has it from Hurt. Back out to Hurt. Now to Siegfried. He'll loft up a triple top of the key. It's well off the mark, no good. Tipped out, picked up by Page, and he has it swiped away.
Good play defensively.
Siegfried to Knowles. Knowles has it swiped away. Yep, they're going to call Tolliver. Nope, they're not going to call Tolliver foul. Just out of bounds off Tolliver. 6:21 to go. Still no scoring here in quarter number 2.
A lot of action for no scoring.
Yeah, we've been up and down the floor a bunch. To Knowles, a finger roll is good on the inbound play.
That's just no fair right there. You're 6'9", you can do stuff like that on those inbound passes underneath the basket.
3 players with 5 points now for West Hancock. They have 15.
It's a one-score game here, Dwayne, and you can feel Peoria Manual might be tightening up a little bit.
Now the Titans have went to a zone defense. Pull-up jumper for Tolliver from the left elbow. It's tipped around. He gets his own rebound. It came back to him. Page goes over to, Humbles to Page, and it's blocked out of bounds. Saved back in to Humbles. And Humbles is going to get the bucket, and we've got a West Hancock player down. It looks like it's Hunter Froman.
A little slow to get up there. I don't know if he took an elbow right there. They went out. They've got the towel underneath the nose, so I think he took a shot on an elbow or an arm.
Might be his eye, actually.
And he is bleeding pretty good right there, as you can see on the white towel. So
if that's his nose or if it's actually
and I wonder if there's any blood on the court. They're going to have to clean that up, too.
Yeah,
Looks
so we'll
like
have a
slight delay.
Yep, we'll have a slight delay. They're going to come out as the officials are going to talk. And
are they talking potential flagrant, I wonder?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Back in the day, they had to bring out the spray and the stuff. And
I was wondering, this guy just brought out a towel and then called it good.
Yeah, we're good enough. I'll say hey to Chris Dewar, who's in the house watching tonight or this afternoon or whatever this is. So we're 3 minutes past when this game was supposed to tip off, and we have 5:43 left in the second quarter. So while it seems like it went slow, we're still moving along pretty quick, really.
Yeah, we've had some, a couple of blowouts there. Couple running clocks in some of our earlier games today. You're not going to get a running clock in this one. No, sir. It is going to be grinded out. This might make up for the fact that we're 20 minutes early.
Oh, Siegfried, Cooper Knowles, and Coach Dahl. Siegfried said it, and then Coach Dahl's like, what are you doing? Nobody between you and the basket. You got to go. You know you're the last player. If he's throwing it towards the basket, it's got to be to you.
Exactly.
5:30 to to go here, and Manuel a chance to open this thing back up again a little bit. There's McClendon, dumps it out, corner three, off no good, tipped around. That's Humbles with it down low. McClendon puts the shot up hard off the, man, there's a lot of contact down there. McClendon comes down with it again. Richardson lofts up a triple. It's off no good. Humbles high for the rebound. It's blocked by Knowles. Tipped around again. Finally going to come down to the hands of the Titans.
Wow.
Now it's going to be Hurt. Hurt's going to put the shot up and in. And that is a big, big transition basket for the Titans. There's a little runner. Oh, nice tip by Humbles, but couldn't get it to fall. Now it's tipped away. Now McClendon, he's going to lay it up and in.
You know, Manuel's rebounding the ball really, really well. The problem is they're just not able to get these second chance points. They've had plenty of second chance opportunities, but haven't been able to cash it in.
I want to say hi to Jerry Buckman watching from Yates City. Down low, Cooper Knowles, the reverse layup is good.
I thought he overran that. How in the world Cooper Knowles got that shot up is beyond me. It looked like he was well past the basket, but he put it up. 3-point game.
Tolliver down low. Now McClendon's going to put an easy one up. It's off no good. Siegfried high for the rebound. 4:04 to go. And a chance to tie or cut it to one here. Or as B.J. Stone likes, down to Knowles. Knowles puts the shot up and in. It's a 1-point game. Nice look from Siegfried. Knowles didn't not go to the basket that time, did he?
No, sir. He didn't overrun anything. That was beautiful position right there.
Humbles, right elbow jumper's good.
Sagged off a little bit. Going to make him pay eventually there. Still a 3-point game.
Joshua Humbles with 9 points. He and Knowles lead their teams with 9 points apiece. Knowles, that's going to be on the floor, but it should be 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think they're going to inbound it. That's foul number 4, so.
It is 4. You want to say hi to Jerry Buckman? Go ahead.
I don't know. I froze
Sorry,
up
I
there.
interrupted you.
It's all good.
Siegfried with it. 3, right wing. Good! A Nauvoo State Bank triple for Siegfried. And guess what, folks? We're tied at 24. And a traveling violation.
I mentioned it earlier. Manuel just looks rattled right now. It looks like Peoria Manuel's been throwing everything that they have at this West Hancock team. And West Hancock, they're taking every punch. And they are fighting back. They were down 10-0. This game could have got away from them. But right now, West Hancock's got all the momentum. They've got the crowd on their side. What a game.
Oh, not anymore. Richardson to steal and a dunk. Dietrich Richardson says, hold on, folks. This game is, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here too. 26-24 with 2:45 remaining. Siegfried for 3. It's off the mark. No good to the rights.
That was a heat check, I think. Siegfried right there.
Oh, losing the ball. Maybe a little contact there. Outlet to Hurt. Skipping it across.
Nice pass.
Oh, what a save by Siegfried.
How did he keep that on this side?
Nolan Gooding, and he's going to be fouled. He'll have a couple free throws. But that was about as much of a touch foul as we've seen all game long.
Yeah, a lot of contact has been kind of waved off here. But we've seen a lot more fouls in this game than we did all of last game.
Foul on Humbles, his first. Nolan Gooding, a couple free throws here. Gooding has not scored in this game yet. 2:19 to go. It's 26-24. Chance to tie it from the free throw line. These two teams are going to be tired after this one.
Thankfully, their Christmas break is coming up after this one. They'll have a little bit of a break, and then they'll go to their various tournaments, I'm sure, post-Christmas.
West Hancock, the number 1 seed.
I'm sure Peoria Manuel will be somewhere in some tournament.
And they're both good. We're tied at 26. Want to say hi to Brandon Hook. The Hooks, Brandon, Kellen, and Evan tuning in from Watauga. Got a good ball game in process. Here are correct. This is a great one. 26-26, 2 minutes. Oh, what a pass, and a block by Knowles again. McClendon comes down with it, and he's going to be fouled. He'll have a couple free throws coming back the other way. Man, Manuel can pass the rock, though. Holy smokes.
They sure can. I think that foul was actually a good foul because West Hancock, they didn't have any fouls here in this quarter. So, that's going to reset things.
Siegfried picks up the foul, his second.
Manuel has to inbound it underneath the basket, and Cooper Knowles is standing right there playing defense.
Yeah, he's just played center field down there, hasn't he?
He has, and his long wingspan, he can kind of get away with that. There you see him just reaching his paw out there trying to make a difference.
Up top, it comes to Postal Weight. Left side, Richardson. Down in the corner, Brown first three. It's tipped and blocked by Knowles, and that shouldn't happen is what Jaquan Brown's saying right now. That guy is not supposed to cover that much ground and still block a three.
Shouldn't be able to close out like that, but when you got those long arms, that is a difference maker, and Cooper Knowles is putting on a defensive clinic today.
Timeout charge to West Hancock. That'll be their second timeout of the game. 1:53 to go. We're tied at 26, and this one is turning into everything we could have hoped for and more.
This is the biggest crowd we've seen all day here at A-Town High School. Again, it's been a great day of basketball so far, but everybody who saw this lineup knew this was going to be one of the games, if not the game of the day here at the Great Western Shootout, and it's living up to the hype here. We're tied with just under 2 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, 1:53 remaining, and the scoring has been spread out for the most part, not as spread out for West Hancock. 6 different players have scored for Peoria Manual. 4 different players, make that 5 different players have scored for the Titans, so it's not much different. 9 points leads the Titans from the hands of Cooper Knowles, and 9 points from Joshua Humbles leads the way for the Rams of Manual. So this has been a balanced game, except for in the foul department here in this second quarter. It was balanced in the first quarter. I mean, it's been a pretty balanced game all the way through, except for that 10-0 run that started the game.
Well, and one thing that's going to be interesting these last 2 minutes is how much West Hancock can take advantage of the fact that they are in the bonus right now. And they've got the 5 fouls on Peoria Manual.
You can tell these officials don't work together very often. There's a whole lot of talking and communication going on.
Very much.
There's been a lot of huddles. Oh, there's a foul by Hurt. Those are the kind you don't like to see. Braden Hurt's going to pick up the foul. It's his first, team's second.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. That's the second foul, adding to the tally there. You'd like to waste that foul, one of those fouls to give on a shot maybe.
It's tipped away, but gathered back up by Humbles. Richardson has it right wing now. And the Titans are back to man-to-man. That was Tolliver with it. No, that's Postal Weight out there, excuse me. Now McClendon. McClendon goes to the rack. Oh, a nice move around Cooper Knowles. And McClendon gets his 4th point of the quarter.
And he had Knowles fooled on that one. Nice little play there underneath the basket, fooling a 6'9" defender.
Grim, I don't know how many blocks Knowles has, but it's got to be over 5.
I'd say, 5 would be the number I would think. I haven't been keeping track, but 5 sounds right.
Postal Weight with it. Down in the corner it goes to Brown, I believe, over there. McClendon. And a foul is going to be called on Crowley, I believe. Number 2. Yes. He'll pick up his first, team's third. .103 remaining, and this last couple minutes has really slowed down.
It really has. Neither offense really getting clear looks. Oh my goodness, that was over and back.
No, he didn't have it before he landed, so he was okay. 3 on the way by Richardson is good. A dunk and a 3-pointer now for Richardson.
He's into double figures, first person in this game to have double figures.
Back to a 5-point game, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans with 43.6 seconds, 15 seconds on the shot clock, possibly more importantly.
You can definitely tell the momentum's starting to shift a little bit here as we wrap up the first half. Peoria Manual playing some good ball here. 5 straight points after we were tied.
Siegfried is going to be fouled. He'll get a couple free throws.
And that's how you stop a little run. Even though it's a 5-0 run, that's how you stop it. You go inside, you get the foul, you're in the bonus, you're going to get free throws now. Slow down this Peoria Manual team.
Jaquan Brown picks up his second foul. 37.4 seconds left. Siegfried misses the first free throw. The Titans were 3 for 3 before that miss. They're 3 for 4, with one more coming for Lewis Siegfried. Second one is good. Nolan Gooding checking back in for the Titans. Lewis Siegfried going to take a seat with 2 fouls and essentially just over 1 possession left in this one. Postal Wade has it across half court, gives it back to Richardson. Richardson's a good ball player. He really is. He's quick, can handle the rock, tall.
I think Manuel wants to keep this for the final shot. They don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, it's essentially
giving the ball back to West Hancock.
There's 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, a second and a half or so. Postal Wade with it, 1, and the shot clock went off. Should have went off. Never went off. They didn't stop it, and it's going to end that way. That's what Coach Dahl is saying. We should have got the ball with 1 second left or something like that.
That official is dead set on it. I don't know who's in the right on this one, but
well, I can tell you it didn't leave his hand before the shot clock went off. I can tell you that much, but it does. I mean, in the whole scheme of things, it probably really makes no difference at all.
Yeah.
But if you can get that one chance with a guy like Knowles at the basket,
yep.
you want it, right?
Yep, exactly.
Can't blame him at all.
In a game like this, where you got 2 ranked teams playing real close, every possession matters, and in one possession like that, it could be the difference. You never know. We hope not, but you just never know.
You're watching a Great Western shootout. It's number 1 Manual and number 8 West Hancock. It's 131. 8:27, so it's 31-27 Manual here at the half. We're in Abington, Illinois for the Great Western Shootout at Abington Avon High School. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome to halftime here. Patrick Osterman with us, and we talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time. The guy running the board right now, kind of crazy.
I don't know if you could get a much higher title running the board behind the scenes of an interview at McDonough District Hospital other than our president and chief executive officer, Bill Murdoch. But we appreciate Bill helping us out.
Yeah, he's game to help with everything. I'm guessing your job has to be a little more relaxed now. He seems to be like a pretty good guy to work with.
I tell you what, Bill has done a fantastic job. You knew just how good of a person he was, having worked with him for the last 5 years prior as our chief financial officer. And when he was promoted to our chief executive officer, I was all excited about it. I think everybody in the organization was very excited about it. You talk about, do you need to do a national search? And our board of directors, I give them all the credit in the world. They listen to the staff. They listen to the community members and said, you got somebody here who knows what they're doing, is a great person, does a great job. He knows the community. He's invested in the community, and it's been a great 2024 so far, and we've got a lot of bright future, a lot of great things that we're looking ahead towards.
Well, it's nice because MDH has been so embedded in the community, right? It is always nice to have somebody at the top and throughout the system that's also embedded in what the community has to offer and needs.
Absolutely. With my job, I do a lot of community relations. I get out, talk with businesses, talk with organizations. And one of the first conversations I had with Bill when he stepped into that new role, he said, Pat, I want to get out in the community. And we've been able to do that. We've gone out and met with our regional healthcare colleagues, CEOs, just talking about what can we do together? Is there anything we can do together? Rural healthcare is tough. There's a lot of challenges we face, but if we work together, maybe play to each other's strengths, I think we can both succeed. And that's the best way that we can help serve our community, help serve the patients that we are here to serve.
Well, and improving your brand is always a good thing, right? Whether it's a hospital or TSSR Game Time Live, improving your brand is a good thing. Getting out in the community helps that, but also expanding your options helps that as well, right?
Absolutely. One of the things you always look at is clinical partnerships. If we can't get a physician here, is there another healthcare organization that we can do what we call a clinical partnership with? Blessing Health is a great example out of Quincy. They bring cardiologists up here, a pulmonologist. We have a urologist that comes up here once a week. So our patients in McDonough County, they don't have to drive down to Quincy or maybe Springfield or maybe Peoria. If we can find those clinical partnerships where they can be seen here in Macomb, it's just a win-win for everybody.
Well, last year we talked about expanding to Monmouth with you. We talked about the pharmacy. As we talked to Bill, the pharmacy is expanding, and I shouldn't say expanding, it's coming to completion. You've done great things, I think, in Monmouth. What's down the road for MDH? Are you at a point that you can talk about anything that's coming?
I think we just got to keep looking on how we can continue to grow, and that's been one of our focal points. We do strategic planning on a quarterly basis. We want to look ahead, 2-3 years down the road, but as we said, there's a lot of dynamics going on in healthcare right now. So if you get too far ahead, you kind of lose sight what could be coming right around the corner. So that's why we try to keep it more of a short term, yet still look ahead to the long term. Like we said, our biggest challenge is how can we continue to grow? We've been here for over 65 years. What can we do as an organization, as a staff, as an administration team to make sure we're still around here for 65 years and beyond?
As public relations guy for the hospital, what do you want to use this opportunity to tell the people that might be watching about MDH in 2024 that's different maybe than what they expected or saw from 2023 or before?
Well, as you just talked about, our clinical expansions, as you said, Monmouth, our MDH Monmouth Clinic, convenience clinic, sports med and rehab. We got great staff up there, and I think that's a common theme. I know Bill talks about this a lot. I 100% on board with this too. I agree 100%. I would think you'd ask any of our staff members, they would say that we got a great team right now. We do a great job working together, and I think that's how we can play to our strengths to help grow. You talked about the community pharmacy. We're excited when that starts coming online and how we can best serve our community. A lot of convenience. I think one thing that we learned from COVID, people love convenience. We got our drive-through labs, and now you got our drive-through community pharmacy. A lot of good things going on. Stay tuned. It's an exciting time right now in our organization.
Well, have some fun at baseball this weekend, okay?
We're going to have some fun. A lot of fall baseball going on as we record this right before the start of high school football season. I know we're going to have a lot of great football games. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this year.
We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back here to the Great Western Shootout at Abington-Avon High School in Abington, Illinois. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Wyatt Reed is stuck around. He had full intentions of leaving a game and a half ago.
Yeah.
And he's still here.
Well, we've gotten some good basketball here. We saw a school record in threes in our earlier game, and this one you got two ranked teams putting on a show here. And why would I miss it? I mean, I could turn it on my phone on the way home and watch.
That would be illegal.
Listen, but
that would be illegal.
You listen, but it would, wouldn't miss this for the world. I love watching high school basketball, especially when you got two great teams doing battle here in a nice close game that we got.
Well, we can tell you unofficial scoring leaders, a game high 11 at the half for Dietrich Richardson from the Rams. He's got 11 points. 9 points for Joshua Humbles. He's also 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Also scoring is Reginald Postlethwaite. He has 2. Jaquan Brown has 2 points. He's 0 of 2 from the free throw line, though. Terrence Page has 3 points. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And off the bench, Davion McClendon has 4 points. They are 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. Their first 4 fouls committed by the Titans were two-shot free throw attempts. And since then, the Rams have not shot a free throw.
Yeah, and it feels like, only going, what'd you say, 4 of 8 from the line? It feels like, they could have started to put this game away when they were up 10-0.
And those free throws, like 6 of them came then.
Yeah, and so it feels like this game could have gotten out of hand early, but those missed free throws gave West Hancock life. You give a team like West Hancock life, that's certainly not a good recipe for success.
And for the Titans, a couple players with 9 points. Louis Siegfried has 9. He's 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. He's got a couple threes, Nauvoo State Bank threes. The Cole Morgan free throws, they are 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 9 points also for Cooper Knowles. He's 1 of 1. 2 points for Braden Hurt. He's got no free throws. Hunter Froman has 5 points. He left in the second quarter with a bloody nose. I haven't heard anything specific besides that. And 2 of 2 from the free throw line for Nola Gooding as he shot a couple Cole Morgan trucking free throws. And they are 4 of 5 from the charity stripe as we get ready to go with quarter number 3. And the 2 coaches are meeting with the officials now.
I've never seen this coming out of half where the officials and the coaches are talking. I don't know if they're talking about, hey, let's keep things cool. Let's keep our heads here. I don't know what's going on, but something's being said, or maybe something was said at the end of the first half, and they wanted to talk it over after we talked about that extra possession that Manual might have gotten or took away from West Hancock with the shot clock not going off until it was too late.
I wouldn't be surprised if that isn't what they're talking about, to be honest with you. Third quarter getting ready to start here. No jump balls. That means it's back to Manual to start the second half. West Hancock will have the possession arrow after the inbound.
That's crazy. We didn't have one tie-up in the first half. Not one.
We didn't have any tie-ups in the last game either.
I don't think we did.
Nope, none. Humbles with it. Postal wait. Turnaround jumper from Page is good, and that was a sweet turnaround for Terrence Page.
It was a quick start to the half for Manual. They got off to a fast start, remember, in the first half.
And Hunter Froman is back in the game. Knowles with a big dunk, and Chris Dewar will have that on the highlight reel tonight, I bet. He was right there to gather that one up. 3 on the way, well off the mark by Lata. Now Crowley to Froman, back to Crowley. Crowley's going to drive, and it's kicked. Man, no call, though.
Yeah.
Knowles with it on the baseline. He's going to bounce it, and it's going to go to Postal Wait, back the other way now. Richardson with it. Oh, and he goes down to, I was going to say that might be the first jump ball. That was Page. Had it swiped away, but it went right to the Rams, and Richardson's going to be up top with it. Man, he loves to get out near that. Postal Wait for 3 left side. It's off, no good. Rebound to Siegfried. 6:48 remaining here in. And a 3 by Nolan Gooding.
Good look in transition there. West Hancock wanting to push things a little bit.
Richardson might have got away with a travel. That sounded like a lot of steps. He threw it away anyway. It's a 1-point game after the Nauvoo State Bank triple. Want to say hi to Mark Presnell, who's watching from Pana. Actually drove through Pana last night on my way to and from Effingham. Oh, big.
Wow.
Hunter Froman's going to get the layup, and the Titans have a lead for the first time tonight.
What a screen to set that play up right there.
He took full advantage of Cooper Knowles' screen. It gave him wide open. Another turnaround jumper. Oh, as Page again, Terrence Page is putting his name on this thing, is saying I can play a little ball from the free throw line as well. The mid-range jumper working for him. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call an offensive foul on Hunter Froman. That'll be his second, team's first.
I guess he might have thrown an elbow there. I didn't see much.
They called the push off, but.
Okay. Even still.
That's one of the hardest things about calling games and refereeing games. Oh, Lata. Oh, hangs, but there is. And now they're going to call Gooding for a push as Gooding bailed out Page. Gooding's going to pick up his third foul.
Manuel still doing a good job rebounding the basketball here on the offensive glass, getting an extra possession.
Titans have led at 34-33, but Manuel is back on, and that was a very brief lead. Oh, and now Postlethwaite threw it behind Page, out of bounds. Humbles comes up to guard Froman on the inbound as it's a man press now. We saw a 1-2-2 zone press in the first half. They've gone to a man press as Manuel. Cooper Knowles, another dunk. He rattles the rim again on a nice pass, and the Titans are back in the lead.
Humbles tried to sell a foul there, and he got burned. Knowles dunked it home.
Page comes to Humbles, left side Lata. He'll take the three left wing. It looks good. It's off left a little bit. Knowles with the rebound. And the chance for the Titans. Crowley, oh, a little hesitation. He goes in, lays it high off the glass. No good, but gets his own rebound and a putback. Jordan Crowley gets his first bucket, and Manuel wants a timeout. 38-33, Titans with the lead. 4:53 to go in the third quarter, and they're buzzing the horn, wanting to talk to the official. Not sure what that's about. We've had a lot of
this has been,
communications.
A very discombobulated game with the officials, which is kind of a sidebar to what this game has turned out to be. If you said after this game got to 10-0, Manuel started this thing off a 10-0 lead. If you told me here right after half, West Hancock would have the lead and would be, they look fantastic right now. They've got all the momentum, and as I mentioned at the end of the first half, Manuel just looks rattled right now. They don't know what to do with a team that can punch back like West Hancock's been able to do. Nice pass.
Lata blocked again. Rebound put back up by Page. Off, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back, and Knowles may get the foul here on another block attempt. We'll see. No, it's going to be on
15.
Is it on 15?
Yep,
that's his fourth. So Page has all 6 of the points in the quarter for Manuel, and he's had a chance at old-fashioned three-point play, and we're tied at 38.
Wow. A lot of contact, finally a call. These fans on both sides starting to get a little restless here, Dwayne.
Yeah, foul's going to be on Caden Lata, his third. First of the quarter, though, on the Manuel Rams. 4:22 remaining in the third quarter. That ball's tipped. Man, how is that not a foul? Postlethwaite just shoved Crowley out of bounds, and then they got away with one.
I was going to say,
Siegfried.
Should have been another one the other way.
Yeah, they've this game almost. There's Hunter Froman.
What's it going to take to get a foul here, or a shooting foul at least? We're seeing a lot of contact here the last couple of possessions.
Oh, nice tip. Oh, my goodness.
So let me get this right. Guy grabs his arm on the last possession, doesn't get called. I don't think he hit him. I think he missed. I think he swung and missed on that one, and they call him for a foul on that one. What? Huh?
Page did a good job getting to the rim. He misses the free throw.
There's a foul. This one, if the officials don't get a handle of this one's going to start getting ugly. And you don't want to see that in this kind of game.
Postal Weight picks up the foul. The Rams are already in the bonus after this. We're tied at 40. Down low, Knowles. And Richardson, who was down there trying to guard him, got underneath him, and they're going to call him for a foul now. That's his third.
I think the officials are trying to take this game back here, calling some more fouls, just trying to get the emotions down a little bit here, but emotions are running really high here at A-Town.
Corey Wiegand gets on and says that's a terrible call. That's a travel. You can't turn over with the basketball. Humbles is going to be fouled by Crowley. You know, it's got nothing to do with it. I mean, we've seen both teams roll over with the basketball, and
you just ask for consistency from these officials. Which
I guess that is consistent. Consistently not correct, but consistent nonetheless.
I guess.
40-40. But here's the thing, though, and I know JD, he's a good official. What are we calling that on?
I'm not sure.
Humbles is going to be at the free throw line. I believe that's who that is, number 22 it is. And if he makes one of these, it'll be the first player not named Terrence Page to score for, man, there's a lot of conversating going on.
I don't even know what the conversation could be about.
I don't either.
Because it is a fifth foul. It's going to be 2 free throws.
It doesn't even matter if it's fifth because it's a shooting foul anyway.
Yeah.
So
maybe who the foul was on? Maybe they called it on.
Well, then why are the other 2 officials on the other side conversating about something? I mean, I don't. It just. There's a whole lot of stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense going on. As the first one is good for Humbles. He's up into double figures now.
I just get the feeling that this game is going to end on a very, and I hope I'm wrong, just some confusion. And I don't want this to end on confusion. I want these 2 Titans, no pun intended, but these 2 teams, I want them to go at each other and them to win it fair and square, not to win on some technicality.
Crowley with it. Oh, nice, Steve. That's a good call on Siegfried right there. Yeah, that's a good call on Siegfried. He totally grabbed a hold of Page right there. Siegfried's going to pick up his 3rd foul. A lot of foul trouble coming down the pipe for the Titans now with 3:18 to go in quarter number 3. And in a game that we've struggled to. Now here's something different you don't see very often. The 2 guards set to rebound. Here as Page misses the free throw. But they're obviously here to set up on a make. They'll set up the press here.
Yeah.
Second one is good.
Well, maybe not.
No, guess not.
Maybe a half-court press here, but that was peculiar. Good pass.
Crowley 3, no good. Rebound, Hurt. Gives it to Siegfried. He backs it out. Travel. A lot of people aren't going to like that call, but you can't jump, stop, and then step. You have to jump, stop, and shoot, and that's what he did right there. That's a good call. .43-40 is the score. There's a 3 on the way. Off no good by Terrence Page.
West Hancock just.
Siegfried for 3 to tie it. It's off no good.
You're seeing West Hancock just get up into the grills of these Peoria manual shooters.
Page, nice look down to Humbles. Back to Richardson for 3. It's off no good. Shot up and good for Humbles.
That's tough to do over Cooper Knowles right there inside. Good look, a little 5-0 burst here for Manuel.
Hunter Froman lays one up and in.
Wow. He went from the 3-point line inside to the baseline real quick right there.
1:54 remaining. It's a 3-point game again. We've been tied at 26, 28, 38, and 40. We've had 3 lead changes, make that 4 lead changes. There's a nice shot by Humbles again.
That's his spot right there. He's gotten a couple of looks there from mid-range.
And you see right there what I was talking about. He jump stopped and then jumped up and shot. And that is exactly what you have to do. Pass or jump, shoot.
Good ball movement.
Hunter Froman trying to triple. A Nauvoo State Bank 3-pointer for Hunter Froman, who has entered the game with a vengeance after leaving in the second quarter with a bloody nose.
And get whatever, he got punched in the nose or what? That's a travel right there.
Tolliver, Richardson pull-up jumper short.
Good
rebound to Knowles.
Good defense. Getting a hand in the face there on that jump shot.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter. And a chance to tie it or take a lead again. Man.
They just aren't calling anything on that one.
And Page gets the bucket.
Timeout, Manual.
Manual takes another timeout. Manual should have 3 timeouts remaining. They took one earlier, and it's not off the board. 3 timeouts apiece here as the Titans took 2 also, so I'll get it right in a second. 3 timeouts remaining each. 49.1 seconds to go. It's 49-45, and you know this has got a feel and a speed and a pressure of postseason basketball, and sometimes officials aren't ready for that at this point in the season, and I kind of get that feel that's what's going on here.
Yeah, a little bit.
And maybe guys not working together either.
Yeah, maybe so, but yeah, you can definitely sense that these officials might be, counting down the hours until their Christmas break, maybe a little bit. They get a little bit of time off before all those holiday tournaments take place, but I don't know. There's so much confusion in this game, and it's kind of just taken the attention from what has been an absolute blast of a basketball game that we've gotten to witness here through almost 3 quarters of basketball.
Terrence Page has 12 points in quarter number 3. He had 3 at the half. He's got 15 to lead all scorers. 49.1 seconds left. Manual will get a possession, at least one here. Well, unless West Hancock gets a rebound. And there's a nice inlet pass. Knowles gets a bucket.
I'd like to see them try to get the ball to Knowles a little bit more. I know he leads the team in scoring, but try to get him down inside and try to get him in foul trouble.
We're at the same spot we were at the end of the first half, about a 1.5 difference in the shot clock.
Oh, no.
And the shot went up after this one's going to get down. Nice. They're going to get an opportunity. Knowles is going to get the foul there. Humbles is going to go to the free throw line. Humbles went into Knowles and drew the contact, and that was a good play for him. That's a second foul on Knowles. Humbles at the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 in the quarter. He is 5 for 6 in the game. 16 seconds exactly, and he makes the first.
Here's a question, though. If you're Peoria Manual, you have an extra foul to give here, 16 seconds left. Do you burn that foul?
I think you got too many people in foul trouble, unless you get, Page or Hobbs. It only has 1 apiece, maybe. But you make sure if you're going to do that, you don't do it with somebody who's got 3.
It's an option to prevent a possible buzzer beater.
The ball's tipped around. Crowley's going to save it, but step on the sideline. It'll be back to Manual with 10.4 seconds left. So both teams, when I said they each get at least 1, they're going to end up with 2 possessions here.
Because, of course, they will.
Yeah. Walking it up the floor is Richardson. He's been quiet here. And just as I said that, how is that?
Wow. Oh, boy.
McClendon hits the bucket, and it's 53-47 at the end of the third quarter of play. We'll take a break. You're watching a Great Western Shootout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back here to Abington Avon High School in Abington, Illinois. It's a Great Western Shootout. Number 1, Manual, and number 8, West Hancock, 53-47. It's been tied on 4 occasions. Lead has changed 4 times. And we have 8 minutes of basketball left in a 6-point game. McClendon hit a buzzer beater to make it a 6-point game. And we are down to our last quarter, and it's been a fun one.
It sure has. These 2 ranked sides have just been doing battle really from the tip. Manual got out to a 10-point lead early, but West Hancock, got to give them credit. They have fought back. 6-point game now. That's not going to stand if West Hancock has anything to say about it.
Richardson's going to pick up his 4th foul on what could at the very least be called a touch foul in this game. And it's 7:45 to go, and just like that, coming back in is Terrence Page. Page led all scorers with 12 there in the 3rd quarter.
Well, we shall see. I mean, how are these officials going to call this 4th quarter is going to be a big precursor on who's going to win this ball game, you feel?
Out top, Froman, left elbow jumper now. Good for Hunter Froman, and he's come back, as we said a couple occasions, with a vengeance. He's got a team-high 16 points.
Maybe a smack to the face was exactly what he needed, a little bloody nose, take a little time off. He's come back, and as you mentioned, Dwayne, he's been shooting really well.
Oh, postal weight, a great take. That's going to go off of McClendon. But, man, what another block. He's got to be at 10 now for Cooper Knowles.
It feels like it. I mean, Cooper Knowles, this kid is special. This kid can play defense with the best of them, closing out on 3-point baskets, and then that one to seal off a easy layup otherwise. Nice move right there. Cutting to the basket. Nice move.
Siegfried gets the bucket.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're down to a 2-point game.
The athletes on this floor, man, this has just been a real treat here tonight. And we still got a long way to go. I think Knowles got a piece of that one, too.
That ball's tipped around. Oh, nice job coming down with that. And then Knowles is going to pick up his 3rd foul. Man, I'll tell you what, Terrence Page has played a game, folks.
Yeah, he has.
He has played, well, he only had 3 in the first half, but, man, he's played a game in the 3rd quarter.
Mm-hmm.
He's 3 of 6 from the free throw line heading into that one. He's 4 of 7 now, so that's the only thing he struggled at, is shooting free throws.
And
stays 50%.
And Manuel's needed every one of his points, because if he wasn't in there doing what he did in the 3rd quarter, you feel like the 3rd quarter West Hancock had, it would have been worse had Page not been in this ball game.
I would agree. 6:17 remaining. Hunter Froman's going to drive again. Has it knocked away and gathered up by Humbles.
That was a lot of contact. Didn't get the call.
Oh, there's a kick. Reset the shot clock.
Is that a reset, or is it just?
Should be a reset on a kick, but they aren't doing it.
Okay. Still some growing pains with the shot clock era coming to high school basketball here in the state of Illinois.
Been in Iowa, and they've grown accustomed to it pretty well. McClendon, he tried to post up, and there was nobody to post up on. Oh, another turnaround jumper, good. And we saw about 3 of those to start the second half by Terrence Page, and he is on fire.
He loves that spot right there. Nice look, turnaround shot. He's made them pay a couple of times. Back to a 5-point lead for Manual. Wow.
Siegfried tried to get into Knowles. That was an ill-advised pass. Postal Weight with a steal. He's going to go, and they're going to call a foul on Siegfried, and that's his 4th.
Well, foul trouble is going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Nice play on the inbounds pass as Page got open on that inbounds pass. Up to a 7-point lead now for the Rams in a timeout.
2 timeouts remaining for the Titans after a full timeout. Coach Dahl knows he can't let this get opened up. Of course, both teams have showed abilities, Wyatt, to really turn things around quick and score. I don't know if I say bunches, 2-3 baskets in a row and close gaps up in a hurry.
But, I mean, in a game like this, you're just noticing that these little runs that Manual's been able to go on, the 5-0 bursts or even the 6-0, 7-0 bursts. Right now, believe it's on like a 6-0 run that they're on right now. And it is, it feels like more than that, just with how close this ball game has been. 10 points, I think, out of the get-go was the biggest lead that we've seen in this ball game so far. So the fact that we're sitting here in a 7-point ball game, it feels like it might be a little bit more. So West Hancock coming out of this timeout, these next couple of possessions are going to be paramount in whether or not they're going to be able to pull this one off.
Yeah, the Rams have, believe it or not, have upped the tempo a little bit defensively. Siegfried with it. Gives it off to Crowley. Back to Siegfried. Looking down to Knowles. And man, McClendon and him are just pounding on each other down low. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by Postal Weight. It'll stay with the Titans with 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 5:06 remaining on the game clock.
Vibes are high here on the Manual side.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good about themselves at the moment. And as well they should. They've kind of taken control here in the last possession or 2. Siegfried, Froman, he's going to drive, pulls up left side. Braden Hurt with it. Now Froman again, 4:54. Down to 1, no shot, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. And there's the first shot clock violation of the game on the Titans, and they got an extra second or 2 before they actually blew the whistle.
Yeah.
It's so loud in here you can't hear the horn.
No, you can't. It's a quiet horn here at A-Town High School, but that was costly. That turnover right there, that one hurt for West Hancock.
There's the same push that Froman got called for earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, nice look down to McClendon. McClendon loops it out. Nice look getting it out to Postal Weight, now to Tolliver.
Walked with it.
And Page is like, come on, man, I'm on fire. Don't call that travel. He just nailed the triple from out there. 4:23 left in the ball game. Froman with the basketball. He's going to drive on Postal Weight. I don't know where that was to. It was supposed to be to Knowles and left it a little high. Now it looks like Philip Johnson says just finished watching Kewanee and Riverdale play. Now it's time to watch some more hoops. We're happy to have you. And there's another jumper by Terrence Page. This is a Terrence Page show in the second half, folks.
Yeah. He's been special here.
Filling it up. Siegfried tries to answer with a triple. It's off, no good. That goes off of White, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans. 3:47 to go and a 9-point lead, 1 point shy of the largest lead of the game, which started the game at 10-0. Froman to Siegfried. Looked at the 3 on the step back, didn't take it. Crowley's going to try to take one. It's wide left. Tips around, falls down into the hands of Humbles, and it's going to come out to Tolliver. Tolliver goes to McClendon. His shot's up and in.
Everything going right here for Peoria Manual, and they're just West Hancock the last couple of possessions, they've had to grind to even get a shot, much less make a basket. They haven't made a basket in quite some time.
Hurt's going to drive on Tolliver. It's going to come out top. Froman for three, top of the key. It's hard off back iron, no good. Hurt tracks it down, and Humbles is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second.
Even that wasn't what they drew up right there. They were looking to get the ball back, and instead it slipped through one person's hands and came back for a three-point basket. But West Hancock having trouble just really moving the last couple of possessions, much less get a shot off.
Timeout on the floor is going to be charged to the Manual Rams this time. Chris Derry, this 100% feels like deep playoff game. Both teams are really, really good. Chris, you're exactly right. It feels like a sectional final or a super sectional type game, which these two teams won't see each other until a super, if I remember right. Chris, do you know that? If I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I believe West Hancock went south, Peoria Manual went north, so they won't see each other maybe to a super or even deeper. And I'm telling you what, this is two very, very, very good basketball teams.
Can we
right
please get that? Like, I would love to see these two teams meet again with a trip to the state tournament on the line.
Oh, no doubt. Wouldn't that be fun to watch? 62-51. Gavin Grotehouse not playing today, so that's a definite loss for the Titans. Cooper Knowles has it way outside, trying to find somewhere to go with it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Knowles, and he loses it, knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Yeah, Justice probably does. Him and I were talking about, that's how I know as much as I do.
Whoa!
And that's going to be, Sherrard sectional for Manual.
Jaquan Brown was bodying up Crowley right there, and Crowley might have been a little bit of a sell, but it was a push. The officials didn't call anything, thankfully, but boy, things are getting physical now.
Well, they might have called it if it hadn't been such a kind of a flop. Woo! Crowley says yes right there and gets in the face of Jaquan Brown, and Crowley is trying to make a little response here for the Titans as they are not giving up at all.
You think again, you would think that this was a tournament game. A lot of people think that a lot of December games are just meaningless games. Man, this means something to these two programs right here.
Well, both teams are trying to make a statement, obviously, as we have a Cole Morgan free throw attempt here. Off no good for Crowley.
Boy.
62-53 is the score.
Can't be missing too many free throws when you're trying to come back against a team like Manual.
And they will use up the shot clock here against the extended 2-3 zone.
Shot clock's not going. The shot clock
Jaquan
literally.
Brown makes the bucket.
The shot clock literally had just started as they got that basket off. That entire possession, the shot clock wasn't going anywhere.
Down low, Gooding got the miss and the rebound, and then Tolliver is going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first. Third on the Rams. Terrence Page checks back in. Tolliver takes a seat. 2:26 to go. It's a 9-point game, or 11-point game, 64-53. And you wonder, looking back on that last possession, I saw that just as you did. Inbound, and Knowles couldn't get it in, and a great attempt goes for naught. But I was going to say, you wonder if Manual would have seen that if they would have just waited.
Yeah.
Let the clock run.
You wonder. I know they didn't see it. Otherwise, I think they definitely would have and wasted another 35 seconds.
Oh, Postal wait, what a good job. He went, and there was some water on the floor or something. He slipped and kept the dribble and didn't even fall down. That was great. Body control. Jaquan Brown for three, banked it.
Bodies everywhere.
Humbles is going to be fouled. I don't know if that's Crowley or might be Knowles. It is Cooper Knowles, his third, excuse me. No, it is his fourth. I forgot to
Yeah,
mark
that
one.
should be his fourth.
Humbol's shooting a few free throws. He's 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He missed that one, though.
Even if he goes 1 for 2, 12-point game, a little under 2 minutes to go.
It would be the largest lead of the game.
Oh,
Doesn't
my.
get it. 150 remaining.
West Hancock's got to move quickly here. I know it's been hard against Peoria Manual right now, but they got to move quickly if they're going to try to come back.
Froman to Crowley. Terrence Page on him now. That is not Tolliver, folks. Terrence Page is much longer. Siegfried is going to be fouled. That's okay. They had one to give, so that's not a bad foul for the Rams.
And
Now they will.
And they burnt 20 seconds off the clock just trying to get into position to even get that foul.
Oh, that is their fourth.
That is the fifth.
The fifth, excuse me. It was the fourth. They've only got 3 on the Titans. Excuse me. Had that backwards. Siegfried hits the first one. The Cole Morgan free throws coming for Lewis Siegfried. He's got 11 points. It's his first bucket earlier in this quarter of the second half. He's made both of these, though. Cole Morgan free throws. It's back down to a 9-point game, 64-55. 1:23 remaining. Oh, Humbles misses the bucket. McClendon gets a rebound. Shot clock is reset, and that is huge.
That is very huge right there. Rebounding late game situations does wonders.
3 on the way, off no good. Ball tipped by McClendon. How is that not a foul?
I don't know, but I don't like that shot by Manuel.
A jump ball, possession goes to Manuel.
I don't like that 3 right there. If you're Manuel, you just gotta grind out the clock here a little bit. They rushed that shot. They're gonna get bailed out by that tie up right there. But that was not a smart shot.
Exactly 1 minute remaining in a 9-point game. McClendon. The shot clock reset.
West Hancock only has 3 fouls. They still got to get 1.
Yeah, but they got to have somebody foul that has fouls to give. They've
Yeah.
got 3 players out there with 4 fouls.
That's true too.
Hunter Froman has got his 3rd now.
That is very true.
.9 seconds left.
Tolliver checks back into the ball game here, the sophomore.
Taking Jaquan Brown out. Crowley's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 3rd foul. Tolliver, who just came off the bench, is going to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple free throws. He has not scored today. Take a monumental comeback at this point for West Hancock to get a win. West Hancock is not super deep on the bench, and Tolliver hits the first. But they're down Gavin Grodhouse today, which has hurt them.
So a team that's already not deep, missing a guy, makes
a
them
starter.
even makes them even less.
Oh, and then another rebound. And Cooper Knowles is going to foul out of the game. If they call it on Cooper Knowles. No, they're not. They're going to call it on Gooding. That's his 5th.
Knowles bear hugged, and I think he thought he fouled out of the game.
Nolan Gooding's like, I wasn't even standing there. Look at him. He's like, me? Me? Me?
So he's fouled out.
He's like, what just happened right here?
Cooper Knowles literally just bear hugged him and didn't get called for the foul.
First one is good. That's Humbles at the free throw line. .57-55. There's a shot off, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Knowles, and I would imagine that the fouls will stop now. 37 seconds exactly left. Hurt is going to actually foul again, so never mind.
Got to give West Hancock some credit here. They could have let this game get out of hand right away here, falling behind 10-0. They fought back. They tied it a couple times, took the lead here in the second half. Didn't give up when things started going awry, and even still here down the stretch there, not giving up here. This is a good team, but there's a reason Peoria Manual is the #1 team in the state.
Tolliver hits the first again. Timeout on the floor. Charge to the Titans. It'll be their last timeout. Oh, they'll have one timeout remaining, excuse me. Have one timeout remaining with 35.5 seconds to go. And, well, it was a great game. It's going to end up being more lopsided than the game would lead you to believe.
Yeah, absolutely. This score is not going to do it justice. This game was close all the way through. Started getting physical down the stretch, and you saw Peoria Manual just do what they do best. They just grind their way through. They played some lockdown defense here. I don't know what the scoring breakdown is here in the fourth quarter, but West Hancock has just had one heck of a time just trying to even get shots up, especially the second half of this fourth quarter. And it has been tough sledding for West Hancock, and that is all thanks to the defense by the Rams.
13-8 here in the fourth quarter.
It feels like it's
worse than that.
More drastic than that, doesn't it?
It does.
Still, they're outscoring them.
Yeah, maybe, wait a second, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 15-8, sorry.
Okay.
15-8.
That makes a little more sense then.
Still not horrible, though.
No,
like it feels.
Not as bad, but it definitely feels like those 8 points might have came early in this quarter.
Tolliver missed that one. Siegfried for 3, left it short. Knowles gets the rebound. He's going to be fouled by McClendon. That'll be his second.
Yeah, because we did have a little bit of back and forth here in the fourth quarter, and then West Hancock's offense has just gone cold.
Yeah, legs might have something to do with that,
yeah.
in all honesty. First one is good.
Depth absolutely, I think, had something to do with that here, but this is a good ball club. Don't let this one fool you. This West Hancock team can play with anybody, and they just showed they can play with the #1 team in the state.
Knowles hits them both.
And if we get a rematch for a trip to state, look out. That'll be a lot of fun.
Page. Humbles, who's 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter, 10 for 12 in the game from the free throw line, is going to go back to the free throw line. Froman picks up his 4th foul. First one's good.
Two guys with 20 points. Be curious who they're going to pick for MVP of this ball game.
And it rattled that one in as well. 70-57, largest lead of the game.
I think you got to give it to Page. Wouldn't you say?
3 by Siegfried's off, no good. Humbles tracks it down. Yeah, I think he carried him so much there in the third quarter when they needed it that, I don't know. I would agree with that. He carried him at the beginning of the fourth quarter, too. It was the free throws down the stretch when the game was pretty much in hand is where Humbles could. Yep.
Page, yep.
Terrence Page gets the player of the game.
I feel like you could have done either. You could have done Page, you could have done Humbles, and nobody would have been mad either way. But I feel like the third quarter that he had, that was the difference in this ball game. It gave Manuel confidence to be able to work things out. It gave him a little bit of a cushion, and then they tightened up the grip in the fourth quarter and were able to walk away with a double-digit win. But again, this was not a double-digit game. Don't let that fool you, folks. This game was so good all the way up until the last couple of minutes here in this ball game. These are two teams that are that could make anybody's day miserable.
Defensively and offensively.
Yeah, it is. Planning for these two teams is not fun. I can't imagine being a coach having to try to figure out either one of these teams, especially Manual being the #1 team in the state. And Manual, they're a team that's hungry. They feel like they should have went further in the playoffs last year. They didn't. They lost a stunner, as we've been talking about with some folks from Macomb. They lost a stunner last year in the playoffs, so this team has something to prove. And they're going to get every team's best shot, and they got West Hancock's best shot here tonight.
So here's a look at scoring. First for the Titans of West Hancock, 3 players in double figures, led with 17 off the hands of Cooper Knowles. He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Nolan Gooding had 5, 16 for Hunter Froman. He had 11 of those in the second half. He left in the second quarter with a bloody nose, came back and really played well, especially in the third quarter.
Yeah.
13 points for Lewis Siegfried. He was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Nolan Gooding was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Jordan Crowley he had 4 points. He was 0 of 1 from charity stripe. They were 8 of 10 from the free throw line.
Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, that was what salted the game away there. Just very impressive from the free throw line. And, this ball game, I'm glad I stuck around because I certainly was not disappointed with the effort we got here tonight.
For the winners, Peoria Manual, 22 from a pair of players. Joshua Humbles had 22. Terrence Page had 22. Humbles was 12 of 14 from the free throw line. He shot and made more free throws than West Hancock did as a team.
Yeah, and, the argument for West Hancock that'll be made was, hey, maybe some of those fouls should have went our way. Maybe so, but, you got to be able to take advantage of what you got. And, yeah, you said they shot 8 of 10, but still one singular player out shooting an entire team. That's going to bode well for the team who has the singular player out shooting the other team.
Taj Tolliver had 2 points. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. 2 points on 0 of 2 free throw shooting for Jaquan Brown. 11 points all in the first half from Dietrich Richardson. I really thought we'd see more out of him in the second half. That was kind of surprising. He did not score a point in half number 2.
I think he knew his guys had it. He had Page playing well. He had Humbles playing well. I think he knew that, hey, I just got to step aside and let my guys do their thing, and it worked. It worked for him.
And 8 points off the bench for Davion McClendon. They finished 18 of 27 from the free throw line.
Wow.
So a lot of free throws shot for Manual. Once again, final score 70-57, but it was way closer than that.
Indeed, and if these two teams do meet up in the playoffs, what did you say, a super sectional was where they would meet?
Either super or state. So
I mean, if they meet, look out. That might be game of the year potential. This was a lot of fun.
It was. So for Wyatt Reed, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. We've got United and Monmouth Roseville. The Battle of Monmouth and Abington tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live. You've been watching the Great Western Shootout live from Abington Avon High School in Abington, Illinois. Thanks for joining us on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll see you in just a little bit with the next one.